जहाँ जोश भी है, जहाँ होश भी है, जहाँ क्रिकेट है, आओ देखें क्रिकेट टीवी.
Hello and welcome back to Cricket TV. I'm Hetpi Patel and joining us is Narayan Pasari and Nikhil Morsawala. Today is WPL Finals and the last match that was played between Delhi Capitals and Gujarat Giants. Delhi Capitals won and how. We'll discuss about that first before getting into who will play finals and how. Nikhil sir, what do you think about Gujarat Giants? We had high hopes from them.
मेरे ख्याल से दोनों दिल्ली का जो दोनों साइड जो थे बल्लेबाजी और गेंदबाजी मेरे ख्याल से दोनों ऑन अ क्रूशियल डे सही तरह से इट फेल इनटू प्लेस. आई ट्रायंगल्ड द बैटिंग of Gujarat. Gujarat has got a lot of heavy hitters, and you see Beth Mooney playing for the entire 20 overs and making 61 runs out of 52 deliveries. Is a sort of an indication कि गेंदबाजी जो थी वो कितनी अच्छी थी और वाइस थोड़ा सा कंसर्न मैंने देखा कि जो दो विकेट टेकर्स थे इनके, एक तो नंदिनी शर्मा थी और आई थिंक द अदर वन वाज हेनरी. हाँ, हेनरी. दोनों का जो रन देने का रेट था वो ज्यादा था. आई थिंक Nandini gave 11 runs an over and Henry gave 9 or 10 runs an over. So while they did take the wickets, they also gave lead some runs. And those who didn't take wickets actually tightened the grip on the batters. So मुझे लगता है all in all, an overall good performance batting में तो they took it away in the first with Lizelle playing her game and Shefali doing her job and Jemima, my God, she came and she just took it away from them. So the momentum obviously is with them. Laura played well, 32 of 24, Jemima 41 of 23. I think they came with a mission. They came with a hunger. And so they were able to, I think, take away the match from Gujarat just in 15.4 overs, which is actually, that speaks volumes for the way in which they played and did not allow Sophie Devi some magic on them. Sophie 3 overs, 35 runs, no wickets, still shows that they could master. Because Sophie was the game changer in the earlier two matches where that won, and I think they could not negotiate. They negotiated her. Renuka Singh also was, I was high hopes on number 2 overs and 27 runs, so that was a bit of a disappointment. They didn't come to the party. And I think the only bowler who really bowled well was Rajeshwari Gaikwad. Even she gave 11 in an over, and Georgia Wareham did about 4 overs for 2 wickets. So all in all, I think Gujarat disappointed on both the sides. Delhi did well on both the sides, batting and bowling. And full marks to them. I think they deserve to be in the finals. They played the game. They played wholeheartedly. They lost some close games. I don't know much about the captains. I haven't seen the games. I don't know how Jemima was marshalling her resources. The results are good, but what she does on the field, I think, good beginning for her. It is the first series as a captain of a team, and the results show that she did well. I think the jury will be out on whether she actually performed her duties well, did the bowling changes properly, did the field placements well or not. The experts can tell us in due course, but the results would say that she did a good job, and all the best to her for today's final. All right.
So, adding to what Nikhil said, two things were more, was the fielding of the Delhi team, actually. In spite of giving 25 extras, they could, contain them to this 168 runs actually. So, unka fielding acha tha, and they took some exceptionally good catches. That Henry catch was excellent. Even the Lee catch was very excellent, and of very key players. So that set the GGG a bit, back इन द इनिशियल मैच, इनिशियल वर्कआउट, तो वो आदमी वहां से उबर नहीं पाई। एलिमिनेटर जैसे मैचेस के अंदर अगर आप 180 185 स्कोर नहीं करते हो ना, तो चांसेस आर वेरी कम कि तुम गेम में वापस आ सकते हो। सो दैट इज वन थिंग। इफ यू सी, एंटायर टीम इज डूइंग समथिंग और द अदर। हेनरी ने 3 विकेट लिए, कैच लिया, नंदी ने 2 विकेट लिए, मीनू ने भी 1 विकेट लिया, ली ने 43, शेफाली ने 31, लॉरा ने 32, जेमिमा ने 41। सो एज अ टीम दे आर जेलिंग क्वाइट गुड। अभी उसमें क्या होता है, फिर वो दाल में तड़का वाला काम हो जाता है कि जेमिमा का कैप्टनशिप बढ़िया चल रहा है, एवरीथिंग। एंड जेमिमा हैज गॉट सपोर्ट ऑफ 2 वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग प्लेयर्स, लॉरा एंड कैप्स। वो सीजन्ड कैंपेनर्स हैं, दोनों फिरंगी हैं और बहुत सीजन कैंपेनर्स हैं। तो उनका एक सपोर्ट मिलके आई थिंक शी इज डूइंग अ गुड जॉब। दिल्ली चौथी बार फाइनल में आई है। जिंक्स तोड़ना चाहिए अब की बार, है ना।
Yes.
स्मृति को सेकंड विक्ट्री नहीं देना चाहिए। Hetvi, sorry for that, but this is what I am supporting Delhi in a big way this time.
Yes.
और दूसरी ये भी देखना था निखिल बाबू के, इन्होंने दे डिड नॉट एंड फॉर द 20th ओवर, क्योंकि 20वें ओवर जाके जब भी उन्होंने चेस किया है, दे हैव फॉल्टर्ड। 19.2, 19.3,
True, true, true.
19.5 और रवाना, 19.1 और रवाना। तो अब की बार उन्होंने 15.4, मतलब 16 ओवर के अंदर ही खत्म गेम कर दिया है। और उसमें जमीमा के आने के बाद में भी बहुत अच्छा, द लास्ट 5 overs वर एक्सेलेंट। So let's see if they retain this momentum. Actually, they were in New Bombay. They were bottom of the table. When they moved to Baroda, things have worked good for them. So I hope
Yes.
कि अच्छा करना चाहिए। हेतवी।
Yes, let's hope Baroda favors Delhi Capitals. But both the teams, Delhi Capitals and RCB, they came to the finals with very different journeys. RCB won almost all of their games except they lost couple in Baroda. While Delhi struggled hard to be in the finals, they'll have that uh, momentum. They'll have that working hard. They'll know what they want. उनमें जुस्सा होगा. While RCB, could they be overconfident today? I mean, finals में pressure पहले किसको hit करता है? The one that's overconfident or the one that has worked hard?
Before coming to that, I think two things are important, which I think I'm worried about RCB for that. एक तो उनका जो लास्ट मैच खेला गया 29 जनवरी को खेला गया। आज 5 फरवरी, यानी बीच में 7-8 दिन का एक गैप आ गया है। और क्रिकेट में जैसे कि स्टॉक मार्केट में भी होता है, हमारी जिंदगी में भी होता है, अलग अलग पहलों में मोमेंटम का एक एक महत्व, एक देयर इज अ इंपॉर्टेंस गिवन टू व्हाट इज कॉल्ड मोमेंटम। when you're in a momentum movement, things work better rather than when you're inertia, when you're standing and doing nothing, and then suddenly you have to get up and start running again. So if you look at it from the momentum perspective, दिल्ली अब 2 मैच खेलिए, 1 तारीख को खेलिए, 3 तारीख को खेलिए और आज 5 तारीख है। 1 तारीख को जीती, 3 तारीख को जीती और आज 5 तारीख, यानी उनका जो एक तो मोमेंटम है और दूसरा जीत के जीत क्या है, तो एक दोनों है उनके पास। मोमेंटम भी है और जीतने का एक एक जो जज्बा होता है वो भी है। दूसरी बात ये है कि जो लास्ट मैच जो खेली गई दोनों के बीच में, उसमें आरसीबी वाज परफॉर्म वेरी मेजरेबली। they were all out 409 and then it was easy for RCB to do that, to make that score. I think they did that with
113 पे 3, 111 में 3 बना लिए थे।
16 over में, I think the last outing between the two of them, RCB did not perform well, so that might be playing on their mind a bit. And coming into the finals, they lost 2 matches towards the tail end. So of the last 3 matches that they played to get into the finals, the last one they won, second last one they lost, and the one before that they lost. So lost, win, and then 7 days break. So I think, and then the DCW fiasco which happened in the earlier league match with them. I think that's the negative with which RCB is going to come in against Delhi. Delhi's positive I already mentioned. So I think RCB will have to play much more to their potential than Delhi, because Delhi is almost there in terms of the fire and the adrenaline pumping and the momentum with them. RCB will have to get up from a certain inertia state, and also the fact that they lost Delhi badly before. So I think little bit of extra effort will be required from RCB, but on balance, both teams are evenly matched. It can be anybody's game. I don't think confidence level will be missing. To answer your question with the confidence, how much of a role it plays. I think Smriti Mandana being at the top over there and Jemima Rodriguez are iconic cricketers playing in their home country. And I'm sure coming from a World Cup win from the same team, they have obviously the right motivation to do what they do best, and that is winning matches. So I think it's going to be a great matchup between the two captains, and the teams are all anyway playing well. I think if you ask me which team will win, I don't think I can answer that question. I think either can. It's a tough call. It's a very tough call.
Yeah. Narayan sir, what are your thoughts on Delhi Capitals or RCB?
So, coming back to what Nikhil said, कि उनको एक हफ्ते का ज्यादा ही रेस्ट मिल गया है. एक्चुअली क्या होता है, जब हमको भी कोई ऑडिट करना होता है और 2 हफ्ते की छुट्टी मिलती है ना, तो वो ऑडिट खराब ही होता है एक्चुअली. वी गेट रिलैक्स टू मच. सो एक वो भी एंगल है अभी. लेकिन पिच का रीडिंग perfectly, they have now observed all the matches in Baroda. So plus Smriti is a very smart leader. She has been the vice captain of Indian team. I had certain numbers, if you see. So if you see, Smriti has got 96, 54, 47 and 38, out of which against DCW 96, 38 unke aaya. So she in both the games she has played well. ग्रेस हैरिस 85, 75, 25, लेकिन दिल्ली के सामने 1 और 9, दो ही, सो नॉट वेल. जॉर्जिया वॉल का एक 54 है, वो दिल्ली के सामने है. राधा यादव का 66 है, उन्होंने 3 मैच नहीं खेले हैं, तो उनका ज्यादा. ऋचा घोष 90, 44, 27, लेकिन डीसीडब्ल्यू के सामने 5 और 7. डी क्लर्क 63, 28, 26, DCW के सामने 5 और 1. So if you see the entire players who have been performing good scores, except for Smriti, anybody has not done that good against Delhi. So they have to really step up. वैसा है, गौतमी नाइक ना एक अनकैप प्लेयर है जिसने 73 मारे, लेकिन वो अगेंस्ट जीजी था. सो ये डीसी के सामने इन लोग कैसे करते हैं वो समझना चाहिए. I think we discussed at the initial review also at start कि पूजा वस्त्रकर she has been benched throughout the tournament. उनको कोई खिलाया नहीं गया है basically. Now coming back to the bowlers, RCB bowlers. Now Lauren Bell, first season with RCB, 12 wickets, good economy rate. DCW के सामने 0 for 30 और एक 3/26, 3 नहीं है 26 के सामने. डी क्लर्क 15 ओवर लिए, जिसमें 2 4 विकेट हॉल्स हैं. डीसीडब्ल्यू के सामने 0 for 9 and 1 for 31. सो इतने कोई लंबे विकेट्स नहीं लिए हैं. एंड शी इज द थर्ड हाईएस्ट विकेट टेकर. श्रियंका पाटिल 11 है, उनका दिल्ली के सामने 5/23 है. उन्होंने एक जो लिया है ना दिल्ली के सामने है, सॉरी ये 5/23 दिल्ली के सामने नहीं है. दिल्ली के सामने उनके दोनों मैच में शी हैज नॉट टेकन एनी विकेट्स. 0 for 14 and 0 for 44. And Sayali has taken 3 for 27 against Delhi and 2 for 8. So she is one bowler she has done well against Delhi. तो ये राधा यादव ने भी 1/10, 0/20. सो के अगर बॉलर्स में भी उन्होंने बाकी मैचेस में अच्छा खेला है, लेकिन दिल्ली वाले मैचेस में उन्होंने इतना नहीं अच्छा खेला है. सो ऑल द बैटर्स एंड द बॉलर्स हैव टू रियली गियर अप. अगर उनको दिल्ली को, और जो मोमेंटम दिल्ली का, जैसे निखिल ने कहा, 1 को खेला, 3 को खेला, 5 को, उनका अच्छा मोमेंटम चल रहा है. दे आर जेलिंग वेल एज अ टीम, सो दे हैव टू रियली वर्क आउट. पिच का भी एक पॉइंट था मेरा कि 10 मैच में से 9 लीग मैच यहाँ खेले गए और 1 एलिमिनेटर खेला गया. अभी पता नहीं है कि कौन सी पिच खेली जाएगी, बिकॉज दे विल नॉट बी हैविंग अ न्यू पिच फॉर दैट. यूजुअली दे हैव 4 or 5 पिचेस इन द एंटायर स्टेडियम. तो वो कौन सी पिच होगी, उसका ड्यू में क्या होगा. और इफ यू सी, डीसीडब्ल्यू ने 5 विन है ना, वो वाइल्ड चेजिंग बनाई है इस टूर्नामेंट में अभी तक. तो अगर जेमिमा जीतती है तो पहले बैटिंग, पहले बॉलिंग लेगी. सो दीज आर आल्सो सम फैक्टर्स, द टॉस फैक्टर, द ड्यू फैक्टर एंड द पिच फैक्टर. So this is something which I wanted to share with you all. Yeah. Hetvi.
To all the RCB fans, Narayan sir ki Narayan Wani ke baad darna mat. We will try and work around it. शायद इस बार वो दिल्ली के सामने हम अच्छा खेल लें. There's always hope. That's what. Sir, what do you think? टॉस के बाद टीम को क्या करना चाहिए? Chase like Narayan sir said, or do you have a
So
different strategy?
my thinking is that the strength that DCW has, according to me, is its bowling, and it has got a whole surfeit of it has got riches of bowlers. While on the batting side, there's a slight dependence on two, three, the first three or four people, and then there's a sort of tail that towards the end. That's an issue. So I wouldn't want them to change, honestly. I would want them against RCB. I would want them to play first, bat first, put up a good score. The only thing they have to worry about is Lauren Bell, according to me. Because if you see the history of RCB's victories, every time RCB has won, Lauren Bell has performed, or the other way around. Every time Lauren Bell has performed, RCB has won. Whenever Lauren Bell has not performed as a bowler, RCB has more or less lost except for one game. So I think she's a very dangerous bowler. And if you see her track record, whenever RCB has won, she has picked up wickets crucial times in the initial stages, stifled the opposition in the power play, and done her job. So Delhi batting first, negotiating Lauren Bell, because then उसके बाद उनकी जो bowling है वो ज्यादा strong नहीं है. एक Lauren Bell ही critical है, जिसको negotiate करना जरूरी. There are other of course good bowlers, but all I'm saying is that historically, in this IPL, Lauren Bell has made the difference for RCB between victory and defeat. So I would suggest DC Delhi Capitals bat first, play to their potential, and then get in the battles of uh, uh, of RCB. And in that, I think Delhi's bowling. If you see the previous match, every bowler got a wicket. Shilan Henry 2 wickets, Marine kept 2 wickets. Tanmay Sharma 1 wicket, Sri Charni 1 wicket, Meenu Mani 2 wickets, only Sneh Rana 1 over, 10 runs, no wicket. But every bowler succeeded against the batters of RCB. And you look at the names. I mean, Henry, Cap, Sharma, Charni, Meenu Mani. These are fantastic bowlers. And I think with so many six great bowlers in your team, you should bowl second. You should bat first and back your bowlers to stifle the opposition, not allow them to chase. I think that is critical. And if you're able to get Grace Harris, according to me, if RCB has to win chasing, Grace Harris has to play. Like how Lauren Bell has to play well in the bowling department for RCB, Grace Harris has to bat. Niti Madana will do her job. But people like Grace Harris are really game changers. And so is Richa Ghosh. I think these two, batters, according to me, are going to be game changers for RCB if RCB has to win. And on the Delhi batting side, I think, the top four, Rizalvi, Shefali,
Fali, Jemima.
and the captain, Jemima. Those top four are critical because then they have a very long tail at the back. The four play well. So these are going to be I think, players to watch out for. And I think Sri Charni is going to play a big role. That's my sense in this match, because the wicket is slow. I've seen good batters not being able to get off and make larger scores. The middling scores, you don't get big scores in, it's very small, 140, 150, 160 types. I think probably you'll see the match hovering around that, and that is where slow bowlers come into play more. Except the pace of Lauren Bell and the way she bowls, I think she's a good pace bowler for this type of wicket, but otherwise very difficult for pace bowlers to do something on a pitch that is slow. But I think, yeah, good match. I would say DCW bat first, RCB chase. It'll be a great match.
Definitely. Very entertaining match if that happens. Where do you think match will will power play decide if the match is going one way or other? Narayan sir.
Yeah, I think if Lizel Lee and Shefali score 75 or 80 in the power play, DCW is through actually. देखा जाए तो मेरे ख्याल से.
Narayan, you're being very optimistic. 75,
75-80.
नहीं क्या है कि शेफाली का और लेजिली का जो एफर्टलेस बल्ला चल जावे ना, क्योंकि आप देखा जाओ ना, बेल के अलावा कोई यू नो ढंग की बॉलर वहां इतना स्ट्रांग नहीं है. आई अग्री विद निखिल व्हेन ही सेज, बिकॉज इट इज ओनली बेल हु हैज परफॉर्म्ड इन ऑल द मैचेस हियर, यू नो. सो हाँ हाँ. जबकि अगर सामने आप देखो तो दे हैव अ नंदिनी, दे हैव अ श्रीचरणी, दे हैव अ हेनरी, दे हैव मीनू, और सब लोग परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं कहीं ना कहीं, यू नो, एक्चुअली देखा जाए तो. एंड आई अग्री दैट ग्रेस हैरिस इज आल्सो द ट्रम्प कार्ड फॉर देम. अगर आप देखो ये 6 मैच में जो प्लेयर्स ऑफ मैच हैं बने हैं आरसीबी के, उसके अंदर 2 बार ग्रेस बनी है, बाकी सब सिंगल सिंगल लोग हैं. In fact, the first 5, they had 5 different players, the players of the match actually. So it is a joint effort, but I still 55 DCW and 45 RCB. This is what my percentage.
At least we have
That's
45.
like saying I don't know who's going to win. Like 51-49, you know.
Yeah.
Sir, 50.1% also call the shots in the corporate world. You know, you know better.
Very true, very true, very true. But it's going to be a humdinger of a match, and I think the both are, I think, non-winners. RCB has won once, I think, in
1-1. Yeah.
2024. Delhi never won, but 3 times runners-up. So I think they have to beat that record of not being the 4th time runner-up. They don't want that record, I guess. So I think DCW is going to be more hungry than RCB, and Jemima pitched against Smriti Mandana. I think tactically Smriti would be more, I think, superior because she's had more experience. But aggression wise, and risk taking wise, I think Jemima would be more creative and might do things a bit differently than what Smriti would. So that experience gets set off by that aggression and that ability to take a risk and not worry about, she's young, she's not worried about failing. I think, and that's a big plus for Jemima. I think that's going to be a great matchup. I want to see the two teams. That I was the captaincy is going to be critical from an India perspective. This is
Yeah.
IPL, but from an India country perspective, I think after Harmanpreet, who is a big question, and I think Smriti is, I think, the vice captain. So typically, you would expect that Smriti would scale up. But if you want to give youth the mantle of the future of India, then you might look at Jemima as a backup, as the next vice captain, if possible, and under Smriti's guidance. Or if the selectors think they might just bump her up to captain immediately, like they have done sometimes in the men's side also, where Surya Kumar Yadav, was pushed
Okay.
up over other senior contenders. So I think you never know what the selectors think. But this is going to be, I think, a test between the two on who's coming out good on that crucial day, who works better under pressure, who captains better under pressure, who is able to lead from the front. These I'm going to watch it from that perspective. Because for me, RCB, TCW, both are good. कोई भी जीतेगा चलेगा, लेकिन दोनों from an India perspective how this is going to work is going to be.
And I
One thing I would like to again mention is that team which gives less extras would have an advantage actually. The way extras have been given, both on and off the field, and where catches also being dropped. One area also with India perspective also is
So
the
the extras
fielding.
are
Fielding.
mainly from wides, and so it's more from the bowler is erratic bowling that is coming into play, and it'll be mostly I think the pace. I'm not analyzed whether spin bowlers are given wide or not, but I think whether when you have an aggressive batsman playing, you sometimes purposely bowl a wide because you want the batter to step out to hit you, and then the wicket keeper can stump out the batter. That's a typical, I think, strategy that bowlers follow when a batter is very aggressive and is on the momentum. You want to break that momentum. So you bowl a wide so he or she cannot reach the ball, cannot hit, get frustrated. At the same time, there is a chance of a stumping happening if the batter has stepped out of the crease in wanting to hit it. I think the ability to bowl the wide without it being a wide, that means wide off the stumps, but within that white line, just touching that white line. Very few bowlers have that ability. A lot of them do because I think Bumrah is one of them, and on the spinning side, I think Jadeja does a great job of that. He does he bowls it almost a wide but not a wide. So that ability to not cross that white line is what is missing in these. I think this generation of bowlers, they need to understand that bowl a wide, almost a wide, but don't bowl a wide. Bowl almost a wide but not a wide. I think that's very critical. I think 19 wides in 25 extras of Delhi Capital in the last match, and then 19 wides in a 20-over game is massive.
Actually, there were 2 5 wides behind the
Or the
left
pole
keeper.
went, the pole went out.
Yeah,
Then that's a wild wide. I mean, that if a wicketkeeper cannot collect a wide, then you're not bowling a wide. I mean, then it's you have to bowl it.
Especially when Lee came up instead, of for the pace bowlers in the
That's
power
very
play itself. Those were the wides actually. So
And those are the things one has to control. And I think that's where the captaincy will have to come in to advise that, okay, either step back, tell the wicket keeper to step back, or advise the bowler to bowl wide, but not on the leg side, mostly on the offside, and just inside the popping crease, just inside that white line.
I think it's the buzz in the finals is not because it's finals, but because it's everybody is looking at tactics, strategies, who will play the death over, who कौन risk लेगा, कौन situation पड़ेगा. And that's league maturity and audience maturity, because the league has come up. It's no more new. Everybody is involved. Everybody is following it. And I think that's why your perspective, Narayan sir and Nikhil sir, your perspective matters, because pressure पे वही जीतता है जो process पे टिका रहे, and let's hope RCB does that. Sorry. Anyway.
No, absolutely. I mean, no harm in taking sides because you must have a favorite. In my case, if Mumbai was there, I would have had a different, and UP was one team that I was rooting for. Neither of them are there. So for me, from that perspective, it's a neutral. But if either of these two teams had been there, I would have been rooting for one of them.
I'm rooting for the Bombay girl captain
actually. So it's not anything different. It was Delhi or RCB, whichever team is the Mumbai. Amchi Japan. Yes. True.
All right. So let's see. Let's look at the finals. Let's see who wins. Like everybody is going to win. There's going to be credibility involved, considering both the captains will be, playing for the captainship in Indian team. So let's see what happens. Comment down below who your favorite team is. We'll come back with the finals review and talk more on what happened in entire league, entire series this season. Thank you.
Thank you.
जहाँ जोश भी है, जहाँ होश भी है, जहाँ क्रिकेट है, आओ देखें क्रिकेट